Death and Chaos? This might be the job not for you. So, in this video, I'm going to show how to level up a mage from 1 to 50 area, and I'll proceed to other videos that showcase the other levels of different advancements. So, Black Mage, its main job is to blow shit up. Only downside is, you're sitting your ass down and blowing things up. That's pretty much it. If you don't like moving, well, tough shit, you're moving. Unfortunately, a lot of Black Mages today don't do that. So, Black Mage comes from the Thermagus class. As you can see, that's the icon with Thermagus, or Thaumaturge. So, Blizzard is your start off level 1 spell. Gives you Umbra Ice, which Umbra Ice is giving you mana regeneration while you're in that stance. So, this is what Blizzard 1 would do, normally. And you regenerate. And plus, you see an orb around your character. Fire is your most highest damaging spell. And it gives you 1 stack of Astral Fire. And as you see, 1 orb that's floating around. But you do not regenerate mana. As you can see, my MP is at 9200 and it hasn't moved. Now I have 2 stacks. No mana regeneration. You have 3 stacks. Still no mana regeneration. Also hinted, later on, you have roll actions, Addle, which lowers intelligence and mind by 10%, which not many people use this ability. You get Swift Cast, which your spell is now an instant cast ability. It only lasts for 10 seconds, so whatever you're going to do, just fling it out as soon as possible. Lucid Dreaming gives you mana regeneration over time for 21 seconds. So normally it's like 5,000, or not 5,000. Yeah, 5,000, but the duration ends. From what I tested so far. Surecast pretty much prevents you getting knocked around. And that's what it's mostly used for, even though it says spells cannot be interrupted. But it's more for the knockout back purpose, because sometimes monsters will knock you back and they'll interrupt your casting. And that's pretty useful as a Black Mage, especially there's mechanics that'll knock you around. And we're like, yeah, nope, I'm gonna Surecast and I'm gonna just gotta cast this fire spell. So as I was saying, as you can see, my fire is not regenerated. But if I go to ice, I regenerate my MP. So, just make that noted. It's pretty much a Black Mage's version of stancing. Transpose, you change your stances, so I'm in fire. I have 1 orb. Transpose. I switch to ice. But it only gives you 1 stack. And that's it. Thunder. You're a single target, and there's an area effect version, which is Thunder 2. Thunder is a single target, control cast, and does the damage over time. Does a little damage initially, and does the damage over time. And later on, there will be an ability in your traits we'll call Thundercloud. So, it has every time it does a damage over time tick, you have a chance of activating an instant cast version, do maximum of its damage, and refresh its duration. So, how do you know you've procced it? I cast Thunder, and you see the icon is highlighted. Has this little circle thing going around. And not to mention, if you're actually looking at your buffs, you also see Thunderclouds being procced. So I cast it again, instant cast. Well, it should be proccing. It's only a small chance, but when it does, it's so nice. There it goes. I procced. See? See? Procking. Anyhow, so on to the next thing. You get sleep. Pretty much, this is the only class besides the healer class, because they have a role action called repros. But Black Mage actually has a better thing. It's called sleep. Only thing that's considered as crowd control. It's useful in one of the Black Thermagist jobs missions later on, in which you'll be encountering like multiple monsters. You'll be like, yeah, sleep them, target on one guy, burn him down, go to the next guy. You know, just reapply sleep whenever you have a chance. Blizzard is your area effect, so I'll cast that. But it's nearby though. So you have to be up and close to the enemy, which normally you don't want to be really close to an enemy because the effect they have area effects or cleave attacks, especially for tanks. So that's what Blizzard 2 is. Scathe is your instant cast damage. It's not the most reliable thing, but if some reason you got a target on you and you got to move out of position, it's like, oh, I'm casting, oh, move, yep, Scathe. 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 So, it's just to keep the damage up, so you don't have so much downtime when you're in. Fire 2, area effect, fire version. Again, gives you stacks of fire. As you can see. So. Thunder 2, like I said before, like Thunder, except it's a group version. So, I'm casting Thunder 4, which is my version of 2. And does that. All 3 targets have a damage over time. And I proc Thunder. And again, you also can proc the Thundercloud ability. Except it has a lower chance, though. It's my version. It's a 3% chance. So when you have like 7 monsters, that you have a 3% chance of proccing every time for all of them. Either way, damage is going out. Level 30, you get Mono Ward. At this point, you actually should be accessing your Black Mage. How, I don't know, because I'm old school. A lot of things has changed. So just follow along with your main quest from the Thermagist, and they'll eventually lead you to the Black Mage series. Mono Ward gives you a barrier that a shield for 30% of your maximum hit points. So for me, I'm at 75,000 hit points. Pretty much, I'm getting about a 20,000 hit point shield. It's good if you're actually like, oh crap, I'm gonna get hit. Mono Ward, boom, I'm shielded up. Mind you, it has a duration, so if it's gonna hit you, better shield it up, and hopefully it'll take advantage of the shield absorption. Or a monster actually, it's unblockable, and you're like, okay, I'm about to die from this area, this mega whatever attack. I might have a chance that the healer might throw a shield on me, Mono Ward up, boost it up, I might live. So at 34, you get Fire 3. Which I've been casting to get my 3 stacks. Not a spell you want to use normally, but you want to use as a starter so you can get your stacks going. So now, let's get to the stacks. So, as you progress in your levels, your traits, as you can see, at level 20, you start getting 2 stacks. It says increase your action damage and a hit point restoration by 10%. Allows the stacking of a second Astral Fire or Umbral Ice. So you get 2 stacks at level 20. So normally from 1 to 19, you only get 1 stack and that's it. Now at 20 and so forth until the next one, you get 2 stacks. So transpose, I have 1 stack. Now I'm pretend I'm level 19. And then I hit the level 20, I get 2 stacks. Once you hit level 40, that's when shit hits the fan. Now, you have 3 stacks. Now you're at your maximum power. And I hit Cast Fire 3. I have 3 stacks. So, you might question yourself, what's the point of these stacks? Well, for Ice series, you regenerate faster as you more orbs you get. So, what's the difference? I'll show you. I'm going to trade out my MP. Now I have 0 MP. Now let's look at 1 stack. I gained 3,200. 64. Now, let's see what happens when I have a full stack. 6,200. So in 2 ticks of mana regeneration, you're at full. So, there's an important reason. Also noted, when you actually have 3 stacks between Blizzard 3 and Fire 3, between transitioning either one of them, your cast time is decreased, I think, about close to 50%. Let's see, it's 2.39. So, yeah, about 50% of your cast time is reduced. So it makes you transition to your next stance really quick. So it's like, okay, I'm doing my fire. Do my fire. You want to keep out your MP. Then I transition to ice, so I start regenerating. Then you do something like, I don't know, thunder. The refresh, and then you go back to fire. And you just keep doing that, vice versa. So at 42, every time you cast fire, you have a chance of proccing Fire 3 as a quick cast, and it doesn't cost any MP. So, I'll cast fire. Alright, let me use my Heaven's Ward ability, Sharp Cast. So, now I activate Firestar. Again, that'll be in your buff bar. Next Fire 3 spell will cast no time and cast free. So you see it's all highlighted, happy Dory, you know, it's ready to say, hey, click me. Instant cast. Boom. Done. So every time you proc, it's pretty much your heavy damage spell at this point. Even though it's 240 potency versus 180, but it's a free cast, so why the hell not? So you'll be casting this. And boom, Fire 3. You can see that. Again, proc 3. Boom. Now I gotta revert back to ice, so I get my MP back. Also note, when you're casting your spells, so let's say I'm at Blizzard 3. I have 3 stacks, but I go to cast fire. You don't want to do that. Now you're in no stance. So, for low levels, when you start out, when you have 1 stack, let's say I'm going fire. A rookie mistake will be like, oh, I'm casting fire and then I'll go to ice. Now you're in no stance. Now you're going to regenerate nothing. And then you got to cast Blizzard again, and it's going to take a long time for you to regen. So you always want to go how to start off. It's transpose. Let's say I'm on fire 1. And then you're like, oh, I'm out MP. Okay, transpose. Now you're in ice with 1 stack. So you can do whatever you're in ice stance, like, you know, casting thunder, or reapplying thunder on your targets. And then you go back to transpose again, you're on fire. And go back to throwing fireballs in your enemy's face. So. So, for normal rotation wise, for single target, once you get, you know, your basic kits, you know, Transpose, Thunder 1, or Thunder 1 at this point from 1 to 50 area. And you got your Fire 1 and Blizzard 1. So normally you're like, okay, start off Thunder on your single target, then you cast Fire. Keep casting Fire until you're almost at an MP. Which at this point, this is my last cast. Oh, no, I got one more. Transpose. Go to Ice. Cast Blizzard, or reapply Thunder, or whatever else you want to do. Transpose back. I'm back on Fire. And just keep doing that. And that's usually how it goes, at least until you start accessing Blizzard 3 and Fire 3. That's how usually you will start it off. So, Thunder. Start the Fire. Keep going. Transpose, reapply Thunder, wait for my MP to get back, Transpose, go to Fire, and you get the point. So, you don't want to cast spamming Fire 3 due to the fact, one, it's a very long cast time. It's not worth your lack of DPS loss. Rather cast it at 2.9 than a 3.5 timer. Smack. So that's the basic gist of it, at least until then. So, when you get Black Mage, you actually access a little bit more heavier spell lines. So, as I was saying, at level 30 you get a lot of fun toys. You get Mana Font, which restores 30% of your maximum MP. Sounds great, gives you extra, you know, oomph. If you're like, oh, I'm out of mana, hey, Mana Font. Only downside is it's on a 3-minute cooldown. So, it's not really available all the time. So, at 35 as a Black Mage, you access Freeze. This is an area effect version of Ice, but you can say I'm casting it, and it does that. And it's target area effect. So, unlike how Blizzard, you have to be area effect close by, which you can see, that's in Blizzard 2. I'm not hitting anything because I'm not near them. Now I get away, cast Freeze. So, it will target. And it also gives you 3 stacks of Umbra Ice. So, technically, you'll get an area effect version of Blizzard 3 early on. Because at Fire 3, you'll get a 34, and you get Freeze at 35. So, technically, in a way, you want to say, it's like, okay, cast my area effect, do my Fire, do my Stick, and then I switch to Ice, or Freeze, and boom, 3 stacks. Once you hit level 50, you get one major area effect fire spell, and it's Flare. Deals fire damage to target and all enemies nearby with potency at 260 for the first enemy and 40% less for all remaining enemies. Gives you 3 stacks of Astral Fire, but you're at 0 MP. Watch my MP now. I'll cast Flare. Zip. Done. And you get to transpose immediately if you want to get your MP back. And then at that level, you want to cast Freeze as your next thing, so you can get the area effect going. So, like I said, back to the story. Rotation, single target, start off with Thunder. Get Fire 3 off. Get your 3 stacks. Fireball away. Blizzard 3 because I'm about to run out of MP. Reapply Thunder. Go to Fire 3. Lightning procced. Use it up. Keep firing. Fire 3 activated. Thunder procced. Use it. Fire 1. Fire 1 again. Fire 3 procced. Use that. Fire 1. Go to Ice. Reapply Thunder if you need to. Procced. Go to Fire 3. You pretty much got the gist of it. That's how single targeting works. So, area effect rotation. So, tank did his thing. So, start with Blizzard 3. Cast Thunder 2. Get all that. Then cast Fire 3. Cast Fire 2. And if you have Freeze available, use that. Reapply Thunder 2. Go Fire 3. Fire 2. Thunder procced. Use it. Go to Ice. Freeze. Get your MP back. Thunder 4. By the time your MP is back. Fire 3. Back to Fire 2. Go back to Freeze. Reapply Thunder. Procced. Reapply again. So, now, let's go back to basics here. You saw all that, right? Now, remember that one spell, one ability called Monofon? Restores 30% of your maximum MP. And your roll action, Swift Cast. Now watch this funny stuff. So I'm in Ice. Well, let's start off with Ice. Thunder 4. Get on that. Fire 3. Then I go Fire 2. 1. So I cast Flare. Now here's the kicker. Swift cast, Monofon, got MP back, Flare again. Transpose. Freeze. When MP's up. Reapply Thunder. Fire 3. Fire 2, and just keep on going. Your normal rotation. Fire 2s. Then you go to Freeze. Reapply Thunder. Go Fire 3. Fire 2. Or feeling really ballsy, Flare. Well, you're gonna transpose after that, though. And then freeze. Then Thunder 4. Fire 3. Fire 2. Fire 2 again. Flare. Transpose. Wait for MP to get back. Freeze. Air effect. Fire 3. So yeah, you pretty much get the gist of it right there. That's how the area effect rotation goes. So that's how Black Mage works. You get one ability at level 50 along with Flare. It's called Ethereal Manipulation. It teleports you to a friendly unit, so you'll be like zipping around the battlefield. It's on a 10-second cooldown, I think it is. Yes, 10-second cooldown. So if you're in a scenario like, oh crap, I'm in an area effect, or you're not gonna make it in time for mechanic because you're gonna die, and everyone else is in the safe spot, click on somebody and you'll be like, whoop. So perfect example of like this. Like, oh no, I'm casting a spell. Oh, target someone. Whoop. There it is. So, it'll be almost like that. Apparently even collisions doesn't affect me too much. Oh, there, never mind, I lied. Collisions got me. So watch where you're using the ethereal manipulation times. If you're wondering what the hell this is a Heaven's Ward and Stormblood ability I'm using. So, unfortunately in this video this is only 1 to 50. But so that's pretty much the 150 setup. I'll be doing the next video for our Heaven's Ward levels, which is 51 to 60. Rotation gets a little differently on this one. So, see you in the next video.